you. I'm ready.
All set. All right, we'll get started with John Warrow.
Hey, John, before I cut you off, are you there, John?
I'm right here. Yep.
Hey, just wanted to wish everyone out there, media included, and all of our fans a happy Thanksgiving. I know tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Today's not Thanksgiving, but and I know how tough things are out there, and we're just thankful to be with a great organization and a great group of players to work with. And we certainly, like I said, understand how tough things are outside in the real world, if you will. And so our thoughts and prayers are with everyone. Certainly appreciate everyone and very grateful for the opportunity to be in Buffalo here. So I'll turn it over to you again, John. Sorry about that.
Oh, no. Thanks, Sean. And I hope you get a chance to enjoy some time with your close family tomorrow as well.
Appreciate that, John.
No problem. Fair to say you'd like to forget your previous two meetings against the Chargers?
No, I think I understand why you say that, but you learn through situations like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. And because it just, from that aspect, that was Josh Allen's first start the last time you played them, and it seems like so long ago, but it was only 2.5 years ago. What do you make of that? Just how far? I mean, what he was that day in going into his first start to where he's become this year, 10 games into the season.
Yeah, I think it just speaks volumes about his growth mindset, his development, the time he's put in. I mean, you go back and you think about all the things that a young quarterback needs to be prepared for, and how could he even be prepared by his second game or his first game. I know that was his first start, his second appearance that season. So, yeah, I mean, you go out there and there's going to be, there's going to be good moments, exciting moments, flash moments, and there's going to be some hard lessons that have to be learned. And I thought he worked through that.
And lastly, just you talked about learning from those games. But in that sense, though, the Chargers don't seem to be the Anthony Lynn Chargers of old, given how they've become a more pass-oriented game under Herbert. How is it difficult to recognize what they are on offense right now?
Well, I think they're a talented football team. When you go back on both sides of the ball and special teams, they're a talented football team. I think Anthony does a great job, and they've got a good young quarterback. Speaking of young quarterbacks, they've got a good young quarterback that's off to a real good start.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hi, Sean. It's Sal. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Oh, thanks, Sal. You too.
I want to ask you about Isaiah Hodgins. It was good to see him out in the practice field. First time since, training camp, basically around that time or whenever it was we were here. Is the plan just to kind of evaluate him, both how he feels, how he looks for 3 weeks, and then maybe make a decision if he can help you guys down the stretch?
Yeah, we'll just it was good to have him out there, to your point, and we're just going to take it one day at a time here. And
then how did he handle, being, not out there, and as a rookie coming in the NFL, you're so excited, and then obviously you can't be on the field with your teammates. How did you see him handle all that off the field?
Yeah, I think that's one of the mental challenges that we face every year, is guys that are on IR for an extended period of time, to be able to handle that mental challenge, in particular when you're young and haven't been on the field, to earn the respect and trust of your teammates and whatnot. And this year in particular, same with Tommy Sweeney's situation. We've got some guys in some different situations for different reasons, but I think the biggest piece of that is the mental, to be able to push through that mentally.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Coach, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Good. With the emerging development and A.J. Klein and getting a healthy Matt Milano back, how much would that strengthen, your run defense?
Yeah, both are good players. Really appreciate what A.J.'s been doing for us, and yeah, it would be good to get Matt back at some point here. So we'll see. I know he's working his tail off to get back.
One thing I know that a lot of people are thankful for, Coach, is you and everybody in that building changing the culture in that building.
That's nice of you to say that, Mookie. Appreciate that, man. It's we've got a good group of people around me, and I'm not the only one here. So just happy to be a part of the family here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean, Josh Reed here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and hope you get a chance to enjoy a little turkey or whatever. I don't know what you eat on your diet. God only knows. So, hey, what makes Joey Bosa such a dynamic pass rusher?
Oh man, I mean, you look at, just start with the pedigree. It's one after another. It seems like, of these Bosa, the Bosa family. And maybe there's more to come. I don't know, but they're phenomenal players, man. Phenomenal athletes, talents, and they've given quarterbacks a headache for a number of years now. So, he's a special player.
John Brown wasn't out on the field, at least for the media portion yesterday. How is he doing health-wise, and what's the expectations as the week goes on here?
Yeah, we're just going to take it one day at a time. He will not practice today. I know he's working his tail off here, and we'll just see what the rest of the week holds.
Great. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. You too.
Hey, Sean. Spoken to a few people about John Feliciano. Happy Thanksgiving, obviously. I want to share that as well. We've spoken to a couple people about him over the last couple weeks, and one of the things that came out of it was the struggles that he went through watching from afar. And we've talked about like how great of a teammate he is, the juice he brings in the room. But from your perspective, being in the league as long as you have, I mean, that's a big deal. Like, the mental hurdles that you have to go through while you're away from it all, because these guys thrive being around each other. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. They do. They thrive being around kind of the herd, and that's part of the camaraderie of a team that you get from the team, and as opposed to an individual sport. And so, as much as it's a grind, sometimes you when you're not around the guys, you're not around the team, you miss it. Even when we were off last week, there was an element of missing just being around our team here. So he's done a phenomenal job. He's a warrior. He's done a phenomenal job of working through that. And I think also the internal support that was provided was given to John, and hopefully every athlete that we have go through what he has gone through in a similar way is provided the same. So that's why our player development team is so important to us, and those people, Len Vandenbos, Marlon Kerner, Des Festa, and LY, Laura Young, they do a great job for us.
And on Mitch, you mentioned on Monday that he's in the mix. I'm curious, how has he responded, during this situation? Not only the, concussion, which I know you don't want to talk about, but, how has he responded to, having to kind of work his way back into this thing? And we saw him on the practice field yesterday. Just how has he responded?
Yeah, he's done a great job, man. Mitch is mentally tough. He's physically tough, and he's done a great job. And I just really appreciate his putting the team first, and he hasn't blinked. He's done a great job.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hi, Coach. Rich Donnelly, Channel 10 in Rochester. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Rich. You too.
You had a nice message at the beginning, but what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving holiday?
Health, number one. I know not everybody can say that, so health. Thankful for a job. I know there's many people out there that have lost jobs over the course of the pandemic here, and thankful for my family and my Bills family also. So I'm, as they say, my cup overfloweth. Is that how they say it? I got everything a man could ask for. I'm extremely grateful and blessed.
And as it relates to the game on Sunday, how much film of Justin Herbert have you been able to watch, and what impresses you the most, knowing that you've gone through kind of the growing pains of a rookie quarterback as well recently?
Yeah. No, he's very impressive. I've gotten to watch a number of his games to this point, and he's very impressive. I don't know that I can remember a rookie quarterback, without comparing guys. I mean, he's just done a great job. I think their coordinator, Shane Steichen, does a great job putting him in positions, and they've got weapons around him. So he came into what I would consider a favorable situation also, which is also healthy for a young guy. And he's tough. He's got a big arm. He's smart. What more could I say about him? He's off to a great start.
Thank you, Sean.
Sure.
Hey, Sean, Adam Benini. Appreciate your statements. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Adam. You too.
Obviously, you've had a chance. We talked to you on Monday and with how you've altered the schedule this week, getting some good work in yesterday. Can you talk to me about maybe the post-bye, post-Cardinals finish mindset of your team as they transition now into this week and focus on the Chargers? How much of a benefit coming off the bye, and how much is that Arizona game behind you, I guess, is what I'm interested in.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be behind us. And just like if we had played last week, Adam, in a normal situation, back-to-back weeks, it's got to be behind us. And those are learnable moments. And, one pass is not going to define our season. One pass in particular, like that type of pass. So it's not indicative of who we are as a team. And we moved on from it. So, we got a big challenge this week, and that's life in the NFL, and that's where you got to roll from one week to the next and stay consistent in your approach.
How fresh are they, I guess? I'm interested in knowing that. And, kind of some of the analysis you've done during the bye week. They were limited in terms of their travel. How prepped and rested do you get a sense that they are as they prepare now this week?
Yeah, I think that's unique because most times players are traveling during the bye week. We try and give them enough time off. We've stayed consistent with that this year included. But I think what they found is I think some of them enjoyed not traveling. It's crazy to say, but these are young people who like to get out and have stuff going on, be busy. And I think they liked the ability just to quiet down a little bit and get some peace with that. So that's kind of where I feel like we are. And I think they're focused on the task at hand this week, albeit on the eve of Thanksgiving here.
All right, Sean, thank you very much.
Yep, sure.
Hi, Sean. Fernando Ramirez. Happy Thanksgiving
You
to
too.
you and your family. Can you just talk about what impresses you? I mean, the Chargers are obviously 3-7, but a lot of people say that their record is indicative of what their team is. Just can you talk a little bit about what you've seen from the Chargers watching the film?
Yeah, that's life in the NFL in terms of you can't look at records and they're a talented football team, talented roster. I think Anthony Lynn does a great job. They've got a good young quarterback I'm sure that it appears to be the future of their franchise and with weapons around them on both sides of the ball. So I think they're in a very, very good spot.
When you talk about those weapons, what impresses you the most about Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, and Mike Williams?
Well, they've been at it for a number of years, and they all kind of do their role in the offense, and I think that's shown up in Justin's numbers and their production overall as an offense. I mean, they're one of the top offenses in the league.
There's been rumors that supposedly Austin Eckler could come back this week. Are you guys preparing like Austin will be playing this week, and have you guys kind of watched film on him to kind of just in case if the Chargers really do throw him out there?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're very well aware of what Austin can do. We have a lot of respect for him, and we know what type of dynamic player he is.
And then just lastly for me, what has stood out? I mean, every quarterback is different. There was a lot of comparisons of Justin to Josh Allen when he was coming out of the draft. Do you kind of see that sometimes with a big kid with a big arm?
Yeah, I could see why people would say that. I try not to compare, two players to one another. I don't think that's fair to either of them in this case. So Josh is a good player, a special player that we've had and been fortunate to have, and Justin looks like he has the potential again to be a very special player as well, just at a young age here. So I'll let them answer the question on Justin's side. I can tell you how I feel about Josh, but we have a lot of respect for Justin. He's off to a good start.
Thank you, Sean.
Sure. Thanks, guys.